Hello everybody, and I'm so glad that you could join us again today for a whole activity's worth, full packed for all insects and creepy crawlies and mini beasts. So hopefully today you are going to join us and you're going to learn loads of really cool facts and information about our bugs. Now, mini beasts is a topic that we are going to be learning about, and mini beasts there's lots and lots of them. So they are kind of like a creepy crawly. So they're things like spiders, they are things like ladybugs, crickets and grasshoppers, and some of the animals that I'm going to show you today. So the first animal in activity number 1 that we're going to do is talk a little bit about Colin. Now, Colin is one of our cockroaches, and he is a little bit on the weird side. I will say that. And I think most people don't really like cockroaches because you hear about all those horrible stories when you go on holiday and in your hotel rooms and things like that. But cockroaches are actually a really, really good insect to have as part of our animal world, if you like, our animal kingdom. And that's because they provide food for lots and lots of other animals, and also they're good at cleaning up mess as well. So they actually will get rid of lots and lots of bits of waste food and lots of rubbish leaves and things like that to recycle it all to go back into the earth, back into the rainforest. Now, Colin is on my hands. He's just here. Now, he is quite a cool little dude. There you go, there's Colin. So you can see that he's a bit of a strange looking animal. Looks a bit like a beetle more than anything. So his head is right underneath here. So it's almost like this, you think it is head, and his head is tucked underneath. And you can see he has these long, look like hairs that stick out of his head. These are called antennae or feelers, and they do a brilliant job. As you can see now, he's tapping my hand with those feelers to sort of work out where he can go and if it's safe to walk forwards or if he needs to reverse and go backwards. He's also got this really shiny back. This is really hard. It feels a little bit like your fingernail, guys. So if you touch your fingernail for me, that's how his back feels when you stroke him. Now, he likes to be stroked, doesn't mind to be touched. These animals are used all the time, as we've said before, so he's not very fast. But if he wanted to be, or he was a wild cockroach, he would definitely be quick, and he wouldn't let you see him. He'd sort of run away as soon as the daylight came out, or as soon as he heard footsteps or felt the vibrations of movement. You can see that on his back as well. He's got all these pretty patterns, all these stripes. That helps him to hide. It helps him to what we call camouflage. So he can pretend that he's a dried up leaf, or if he's on a piece of wood, or even if he's on a tree, he can pretend that he's part of the tree by being a branch or a bit of bark. And he has these special legs that help him to hold on as well. So on the very end, where your feet would be on your feet, he has little hooks, and these grip on so that he's very, very able and very good at going upside down. You see, without those hooks, he wouldn't be able to do that. Now, you probably see his head a bit better there as well. If I tip him slightly, you can see his head. Remember, he is upside down as well, guys. So he does look a little bit odd from that angle. Now, on his legs, not only does he have these hooks, he also has these spikes. Can you see those? Now, they are there to help stop other animals hurting him. So because he can't do karate, yeah, and he can't shout at animals that want to hurt him and tell them to go away, if they try to eat him, he'll stick his legs out in the animal's mouth, and they will feel all those little prickles, like a rose bush, on the inside of their mouth. And that means they would spit him out, and he would be able to survive and run away and hide, and he wouldn't get eaten. So it's a really, really good way of protecting himself. Now, onto food. Cockroaches can eat anything, absolutely anything. The only things really that they can't eat is things like metal or glass or things like concrete. I mean, now we have known them to eat their way through sort of like a little bit of soft brick or sandstone, but real concrete is hard for them to eat through, and it's no good for them. It's not actually going to feed them like your food feeds you, but it's a way of escaping sometimes or getting through somewhere. So we are going to now say goodbye to Colin, and we're going to meet our next animal in activity number 2. Well, just before I go, have a little think. Before I tell you how many legs he's got, I want you to see if you can see them. Have a think, and in our next video, we'll see if your counting was right. Remember, he has the same on the other side as well. So count those ones. And if I turn him round, he has the same that side. So add those up and tell me in the next video what number you came to. I'll see you soon, guys. Bye bye.